Aziraphale walked with a sense of both trepidation and wonder through the iridescent corridors of heaven, his soft steps echoing soundlessly through the celestial realm. Each footfall, though seemingly weightless, resonated through the divine expanse in a hallowed silence that veiled a facade of tranquility. Every stride he took bore a weight of disappointment as each hushed step seemed to collude in a lie of serenity, obscuring the tumult that churned beneath the surface. As he progressed, each footfall reverberated through his celestial being like discordant notes, mimicking the somber chimes that marked the passing hours on the earthly Big Ben. With each passing toll, vivid and poignant visions surged to the forefront of his mind, unfurling events from the preceding hours in a tapestry of agonizing introspection. Aziraphale suppressed the inner tempest as he continued his measured pacing, guided through the hallowed walls by the Metatron, the divine voice and presence of the Almighty. The Elysian voice addressed him as they progressed, "Aziraphale, you have walked the earth for millennia, tasked with guarding the ineffable plan. Your heart, though it knows the complexities of humans, has always yearned for the divine. Today, your journey comes full circle." Aziraphale bowed his head in acknowledgement, although he couldn't help but feel an underlying sense of insecurity coursing through his being, uncertain of what lay ahead. As they reached their destination, the Metatron paused ahead of Aziraphale and extended a hand to usher him into his new office. "You are now the guardian of heaven's wall," the Metatron intoned. "Your role is to ensure the celestial and terrestrial realms align in harmony as the second coming approaches." As the Metatron prepared to depart, Aziraphale couldn't let the opportunity for clarification slip away. "Your Grace," he ventured, "what specifically, may I ask, is to be my function in the second coming?" The Metatron turned back, fixing their eyes upon Aziraphale with a knowing gaze. "Aziraphale," they declared, "your role is to be the bridge, the intermediary between heaven and earth. I'm sure that with your assistance this time it will not falter. You must ensure that all the forces of good work together to bring about the destiny foretold in the great plan. As the supreme archangel, you hold within you the capacity to inspire goodness, even in the unlikeliest of places." Aziraphale nodded thoughtfully, though the answer was grand in scope, it left him with a persistent curiosity. "But what, for example perhaps, might my first task be?" "Your inaugural task, I surmise, lies in your intimate knowledge of humanity and Earth." The Metatron expounded distractedly as his gaze drifted, obviously not expecting to go into specifics at this time. "Perhaps a good starting point would be to aid us in locating the most propitious starting point. An initial destination where we might make the greatest impact upon arrival. A soulless, populous habitation bereft of transcendence. A dark ravine within human dwellings, somewhere the light of the Almighty will burn at its brightest." Aziraphale responded without hesitation, "Oh, that's easy, that's Swindon." His swiftness betraying a subtle impatience to probe for more information as his expression danced with the anticipation of deciphering his nettling doubts. "Really?" the Metatron interjected, their countenance momentarily touched by surprise. "I would have assumed Los Angeles." "Woof, too many guns," Aziraphale replied with a knowing nod, eliciting a bemused agreement from the Metatron. Eager to delve into further specifics, Aziraphale leaned forward enthusiastically and pressed on. "But what will my duties fully entail, might I ask?" "Trust in your love for humanity," the Metatron reiterated, "for it is your greatest strength. Your empathy and compassion will serve as a catalyst for change. You must be a diplomat, a negotiator, and, when necessary, a peacemaker. Your role is to help Earth's inhabitants find their own path to redemption, to nudge them toward the better angels of their nature." The Metatron paused, gazing into the space he brought him to. "I trust you will have everything at your disposal, but if you should want for anything, simply call on Uriel or Sarakel for assistance." Noticing the agitation in the Metatron and the subtle waning in their patience, Aziraphale nodded tentatively. With a delicate finesse, he shifted the conversation to broach another concern, aware that his time with the divine guide was slipping away. "I do wonder if, I might have the odd brief word with Muriel." He hesitated, his words timidly stumbling forth. "Just to ensure her adjustment to Earth is proceeding smoothly. She's awfully new to Earth, you know, and it does seem only right that we take care of her during this transition. don't you think? The Metatron's eyes bore into Aziraphale's soul, and for a fleeting moment, Aziraphale wondered if he had detected a hint of impatience in that celestial countenance as they responded, "Indeed, Aziraphale, a noble sentiment." A pregnant pause hung in the air before the Metatron's gaze softened. "Your concern is well placed. I would expect nothing less from you. But as you embark on this divine journey, you must focus yourself on the bigger picture. Do not be swayed by trivial distractions." Acknowledging the subtle admonition, Aziraphale dipped his head respectfully once more. The air held a lingering gravity as the Metatron departed, leaving Aziraphale alone to settle into the ethereal space. In the solitude of his new celestial office, Aziraphale's mind swirled in a thick fog of uncertainty. He took a moment to survey the surroundings as he absent-mindedly loosened his bowtie and sank wearily into the chair. The tumultuous thoughts and emotions amassed during the day's events resisted resolution, leaving him struggling for clarity beneath the weight of the monumental knowledge and decisions that had been entrusted to him. As the enormity of his newfound purpose pressed down upon him, his thoughts swayed back with a yearning for the familiarity and comfort of his bookshop. In the stillness of this moment, Aziraphale closed his eyes against the otherworldly radiance, seeking a fleeting solace in the sanctuary of those cherished recollections.